Did you know that you have a second brain hiding deep within your belly? It's true. Scientists often refer to the gut as the second brain. Your gut contains an astonishing network of around 100 million neurons. That's more neurons than you would find in your spinal cord or peripheral nervous system. This intricate web is so sophisticated that it can operate independently of the brain in your head. It manages the complex business of digestion, breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, all without you having to think about it. They're linked by a massive information highway called the vagus nerve. Think of it as a dedicated fiber optic cable sending a torrent of messages back and forth every second. What happens in your gut profoundly influences your mood, stress levels, and even your thoughts. Have you ever felt butterflies in your stomach when nervous? Or made a gut decision? About 90% of signals traveling along the vagus nerve go from the gut up to the brain. For many people, constipation is seen as a minor annoyance, something to be managed with a quick fix from the pharmacy. However, this view is becoming increasingly outdated. Chronic constipation, meaning infrequent bowel movements that persist for weeks, months, even years. When waste material sits in your colon for far too long, it's like allowing rubbish to linger inside your body. Imagine a city where garbage collection goes on strike. Soon the bags pile up and it becomes a health hazard. The waste material is a fermenting mixture of undigested food, dead cells, and trillions of bacteria. A major study in 2023 found that individuals with bowel movements only every 3 days had significantly higher risk of cognitive decline. This was equivalent to an extra 3 years of brain aging. This suggests that the state of our bowels may be directly linked to the health of our most precious organ. Constipation is a problem we can no longer afford to ignore. To understand why constipation is problematic, we must journey into the hidden world inside you, your gut microbiome. This is the name for trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, other tiny life forms. You are a walking ecosystem with more bacterial cells than human cells in your entire body. This community can weigh up to 2 kilograms, about the same as your brain. Think of your microbiome as a rainforest teeming with life in delicate balance. Some are predators, some prey, some decomposers, all keeping the ecosystem stable. Your gut is much the same, characterized by diversity. Different bacterial species each have special jobs, digesting fiber, producing vitamins, training your immune system. These microbes are active chemical factories producing a vast range of compounds called metabolites. Most important are short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, propionate, and acetate. Butyrate is the primary fuel for colon cells, keeping your gut wall strong and healthy. These short-chain fatty acids reduce inflammation, regulate blood sugar, and communicate with your brain. The key is maintaining balance and diversity, nurturing good bacteria and keeping bad bacteria in check. Good bacteria thrive on fiber from fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Bad bacteria flourish on diets high in sugar and processed foods. When balance tips toward bad bacteria, dysbiosis occurs, like a rainforest overrun with weeds. When gut motility slows down, it profoundly impacts your microbiome. The vibrant, diverse microbiome becomes dull and uniform with fewer good bacteria. As waste lingers, bacteria that thrive in stagnant, low-oxygen environments take over. Fiber-loving bacteria die off while harmful, putrefactive bacteria multiply. Imagine a clear, flowing river full of oxygen supporting rich diversity of life. When dammed, it becomes stagnant. Oxygen drops, algae blooms, fish die off. Chronic constipation creates a similar stagnant pond environment in your colon. The longer waste sits, the more the landscape shifts toward imbalanced, less desirable species. Studies show people with chronic constipation have less diverse gut microbiomes, marked reduction in bifidobacteria and lactobacillus, known for health benefits, overgrowth of bacteria like Clostridia, some producing toxins. This creates a vicious cycle where constipation leads to dysbiosis, and dysbiosis worsens constipation. When your gut microbiome is imbalanced, you get a higher dose of bad things undesirable bacteria produce. This process is putrefaction, microbial breakdown of protein that goes into overdrive in constipated guts. Key compounds produced include ammonia, phenols, and P-cresol, substances really not good for you. Ammonia is a well-known neurotoxin that your liver works hard to detoxify. In a healthy gut, these compounds are produced in small quantities and swiftly eliminated. But in slow, constipated guts, they're produced in greater quantities and linger much longer. This extended contact time is the real danger. The colon wall is semi-permeable, designed to absorb water and electrolytes back into bloodstream. When toxic compounds sit against this wall for days, they too can be absorbed into circulation. It's like living with a blocked toilet. Waste eventually overflows and contaminates the house. Your liver works overtime to neutralize these gut-derived toxins, but chronic strain takes its toll. If detoxification gets overwhelmed, toxins circulate throughout the body, reaching the brain. The intestinal lining is a single layer of tightly packed cells forming a barrier between gut contents and your body. In healthy guts, tight junctions stay closed, allowing only digested nutrients, water, and electrolytes through. Imbalanced microbiome and lack of beneficial butyrate can damage this delicate lining. Tight junctions loosen and break apart, creating gaps. This is leaky gut. The selective gateway becomes a broken fence, allowing things to cross that should stay contained. Not just small toxins, but larger molecules slip through: undigested food particles, bacterial fragments. Most notorious is lipopolysaccharide, or LPS, a component of bad bacteria's outer wall. LPS is potently inflammatory. Your immune system sees it as bacterial invasion and mounts body-wide inflammatory response. The combination of constipation, dysbiosis, and leaky gut creates a perfect storm. Constipation leads to bad bacteria overgrowth, producing toxins and LPS. Leaky gut provides an open door for these toxins to exit the gut and enter circulation. This triggers chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This isn't like acute inflammation of a sprained ankle, but subtle systemic inflammation. This has been linked to almost every chronic disease of aging: heart disease, diabetes, dementia. Chronic inflammation accelerates aging processes throughout the body and brain. Once gut-derived toxins and LPS enter your bloodstream, they can travel anywhere, including the brain. The brain is normally protected by the blood-brain barrier, but chronic inflammation can weaken it. Toxins enter the brain, damage neurons, and activate microglia, causing neuroinflammation. This is commonly seen in Alzheimer's. Chronic neuroinflammation may drive amyloid plaque formation. Hearing about leaky guts and brain inflammation can feel overwhelming, but the message is one of tremendous hope. The gut-brain link means you have a powerful new way to take control of your cognitive health. By taking simple steps to improve digestion and nurture your microbiome, you protect your brain. The journey to a healthier mind truly begins on your plate and in your daily habits. The single most important thing you can do is eat more fiber, the preferred food for beneficial gut microbes. When you feed them well, they reward you by producing short-chain fatty acids that keep your gut wall strong. Aim for a wide variety of plant foods. Diversity in your diet leads to diversity in your gut. Eat the rainbow: colorful fruits and vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, whole grains. Add fermented foods to your diet: live yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi packed with probiotics. These help top up beneficial microbe populations, nudging the ecosystem toward healthier balance. You don't need huge amounts. A small spoonful of sauerkraut or glass of kefir makes a difference. Think of it as sending in reinforcements for your microbial army. Don't forget lifestyle basics that support gut health: hydration, movement, and stress management. Staying well hydrated prevents constipation. Water helps soften stool and keep things moving. Regular physical activity stimulates intestinal contractions. Even 30 minutes of walking daily promotes regularity. Chronic stress negatively impacts your microbiome. Mindfulness, deep breathing, and hobbies help your gut. The gut-brain axis discovery reframes our understanding, shifting focus to nurturing our foundational ecosystem. Our brains aren't sealed off. What we eat, how we move, how we live matters tremendously. Protecting your brain doesn't start in old age with prescriptions. It starts now in your kitchen. By eliminating chronic constipation, you engage in powerful preventative medicine, cutting off toxin supply to your brain. Every fiber-rich meal is a deposit in your cognitive bank account. Remember, consistency trumps perfection. Start with one small change. Add berries to breakfast, switch to whole grain bread, walk after dinner, drink extra water daily. Your body can heal and rebalance if you give it the right tools. Your microbiome responds quickly. By taking these steps, you're investing in a healthier gut, calmer immune system, and sharper brain. The power to shape your health destiny is, to a remarkable extent, in your hands and at the end of your fork. The journey to a clever gut and cleverer brain is one of the most rewarding you can ever take. Start today. Your future brain will thank you.